Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to episode 98 of my Let's Play Torment Tides of Numenera, however you say it. I'm IVATOPIA, by the way, and we're having a little conversation with him, and let's continue it, shall we? Focus, I'll teach you to direct that power, shape it, draw from it. He belches, and a thin green film coats his chin before he wipes it away. Dangers of eating brains. Seriously? Seriously? Sometimes you get an infected one. No worries. It will clean up in a few days. Cast off. Constitution now. He strokes your cheek. Seriously? Okay, look back up. He belches and a thin green film coats his chin before he wipes it off. What's he wiping? He's got two hands. He's wiping it with one of them. Then he talks about danger of eating brains. Yeah. He's going to get an affected one. It will clear up in a few days. Then he strokes your cheek with a long finger. It better not be the brain affected one. The world shivers around you. You have seen a Mirrorcaster, yes. The process is similar, but you focus upon yourself. Skill level and title affinity has been increased by 1. Current skill level is trained. Do not empty your mind. A subtle difference, clear it. Feel the EBB. What the fudge is the EBB? And swirl of the title energy. Look at your hand. Well, there's going to be brain guts in there that you puked up on me. As he speaks, your vision blurs, replaced by a kaleidoscopic tapestry of rivering, twisting colours. Don't you in it? Colours just above your skin. A roadmap of vibrant, vascular life. Now whispers of Melmoth. Imagine that energy flowing into your hand. Oh, there's no brains on it. You do, and the colours you calls us in your palm. You see, the tides respond to you. They are part of you, and you can make that force work for you. If you push them outward slowly, you can coil them around someone's mind and bend them to your will. You can focus them like a bolt, or you can explode. Or you can... when you say you can explode, I mean my mind explode or explode theirs. He pulls his hand away, and your vision returns to normal. But you must practice. The knowledge is inherited in you. It is part of your body. Now you've seen it. The question is, will you use it? The lesson is over. Tell me how you know so much about the tides again. Oh, again, you said that. I seek out knowledge. Yeah, we're going for this. Cody showed a financial journey. I put in the effort to find knowledge, absorb it, and they basically eat brains. Why do you think the sorrow pursues us? He waves a finger at you. I don't waste my time worrying about it, like worrying about the death of the cosmos. It will come sooner or later. You want supposition? Here's a list. Because of our mad creator, vengeance, sheer bloody mindlessness. Maybe it loves the tides, or loves them. Could it be it hates what we're doing with the tide? But if you talk to others, say you'll find she never uses hers. I use mine all the time, yet the sorrow will destroy us both. He adjusts one of the tubes on his outfit. I worry more about the deaths of the others, and how I might gain some of that knowledge. Not about the first dead vendetta, nor our creator's desire to kill us, nor certainly not an unstoppable monster from the past. What did you mean when you said the tides were an integral part of us? Did you think that you could come back from the dead because you were born lucky? Our bodies require tidal energy. Cut us off from that energy and we dissolve. It's the way we're structured. The way our sire created us. He invented our mental matrix and imposed it on the bodies he grew. I summarized that the matrix is what allows his conscious to transfer, and what allows the tidal energy to permeate our forms. Without it, he grins and balls his hands apart. Splish! That reminds me so much of Star Control Origins. If you watch that series on my channel, you don't talk about the fishy races. Splish, splish, splash all the time. Yeah. But we have the advantage of being able to draw on the power of our own uses. He constructed each of us along different lines, and because of that, the patterns that hold us are different. Is it any wonder that we should be able to channel this into tidal surges? Okay. Tell me again why the tides are tied into us. Okay, tell me again, we'll just do that. What are the tides anyway? Where did they come from? Yes, I must know. You know, they're a psychotic energy field. Psychic, not psychotic, psychic. They pervade the greatest sagas Protectorate, but the pockets of the tidal activity are localized in the ninth world. That suggests that, though they're a natural force, they're also artificially introduced. Civilizations have risen around their use. He frowns, and civilizations have fallen. He scratches his nose. Again, hope it's not with your brain gunk hand. Odd thing I have sought to... that's annoying. Sought to decipher the accounts of those times, but the creatures that made them are strange. The sorrow shows up in images and sounds and spectra I can barely understand. He taps his head. That's why I sought a better method. You get the occasional disease, a strong mind that doesn't want to share its memories with you, but everyone wants to be remembered. Talk to the voices long enough, they realize you're their only true heir. Can you anything about the history? Can you tell me anything about the history of the tides? Maybe, if you eat my corpse when I'm dead, you can learn some of what I know. The knowledge I have, too much for the spoken word. I don't want to eat your corpse. I'm not into that type of thing. Yuck. Let me ask some other questions. He squints at you, and then relates, growling at you won't make you go away, I suppose, so ask. Okay. Tell me about Mirror, did that before. Talk about the tides, let's talk about the cast off. Nah. Farewell. Don't eat anything I wouldn't eat. That does not leave much. Really, since you eat brains.
Look out below.
Okay, let's go on and chat with her now. We did this, yes.
Sideways. Yes.
Hello, we're back. Have you spoken with Mama? Then what did he say? He said that the tides are within us all, and that we should use our powers as necessary. She laughs. I imagine he called me a fool, and worse, he has done more research into the tides than anyone else I hear in Malafs. Tell me, did he say anything else? He said I should ask where your powers come from, if not the tides. Said we all use the tides all the time. Nothing important. Did he ask me to ask where her powers came from? Because he said she never uses them. I should ask where your powers come from, if not the tides. She shakes her head. If we do, it's purely unconscious, for I have never used them intentionally. At any rate, I sent you to speak with Mara. Do you believe that he has conducted his studies with anything but his own power in mind? I can't claim to know what's in his heart. He seems to care deeply for the perspective of knowledge. He seems self-absorbed and lacks empathy, so yes, I think he's focused on power. I was under the impression that beneath his hysteria he cares deeply about others. I think he's more focused on the power and the knowledge. The percent of knowledge. So he says, and he has certainly gone to great lengths to do so. I don't believe in his positions, nor his conclusion, for he may well have inflated the results to justify his actions, but he refuses my mind's touch, and he rebuffs my attempts to inquire more deeply. My own personal views are, of course, irrelevant to the deeper truth that he has his own motives, and they may be purer than mine.
Updated my journal.
Yay, good for you. So I have another task for you. Andros and Raymond are arguing. The recent negotiations between Shaladon and Pearl broke down, and these two have taken it hard. They are like to come to blows if they cannot be rekindled. She bows her head. If one strikes the other, the laws of my list are clear. The attacker will be evicted. I don't know if the Sorrow is truly more active, but they came here choosing safety, and it's my wish that they have it. Please speak with them. Oh, so we've got to talk to them without them smacking each other. Or I guess go down the other route, tell them to smack each other. I'm not really interested in solving this episode. Alright, I want to ask some questions first. Alright, very well. So who am I going to? Aldous and Rami. So Rami. They're probably nearby. Rami. Ah, there they are.
Fine.
Let's sort this out quickly. Then we can save and end this episode. This woman bears a toothy smile, enjoying the anger in the man she's speaking with. You probably think if you won, then the endless battle would actually end. This man's face is flustered and angry. Veins throb on his forehead, and his eyes are focused on his companion. Stop talking, Rami. He spits each word, gripping his weapon belt with bloodless fingers. Stop talking, or I'll prove you wrong right now. But it wouldn't do anything of you wouldn't do anything of the sort, Rami replied, grinning as through she intends to eat the man whole and screaming. Even this argument is part of his plan. Do what you have to do, Ernest. If not for the law, you'll already be dead, he says, and spits at her feet. Traitor, fool! You child, she says, with laughing scorn. You ingrate. This is no way for Fawn to behave. Enough. They freeze mid-sentence, breathless and silent, and turn towards you. They blink in unison. Oh, apparently that was a bad thing. Ask me to meditate your dispute. They react exactly like sullen children. Anders folds his arms and turns away from you. Ramney flushes and stares at her feet. Alright, she mutters at last. Tell us what you need to know. First, what exactly are you arguing about? The two watch each other wildly for a moment, as if speaking first will somehow forfeit the argument. We mostly disagree, he says at last, on the amount of respect due to as a sire. What? He argues a cold eyebrow at Ramney as a silent question. She gives a reluctant nod. Tell me what's troubling you, Horace. I just don't understand her, he says, flinging his hand in Ramney's direction. The changeling god abandoned us at birth, then fed us lie after lie. What he chose to speak with us at all. When he chose. She claims he has a master plan. I see a man who serves himself, first and always. He doesn't care if we die. Even I care more if Rami dies than our sir does. Wow. He barks a bitter laugh. Did you know that he sparked the whole war from my body? War from your body? He got the first angry at me, then ditched this shell, leaving me to deal with the consciousness. Good thing the first knows the difference between the face and the mind. He rubs his eyes. But Rami, look, I know how she feels. The sorrow's hunting all of us. It's nice to think that the changing god has a plan to protect us. It's just not true, I know. He glares at Rami, then looks back at you. Maybe you and might change the god too. Hard to. He's powerful. Everyone knows who he is. Hard not to, sorry. He jabs a finger at you. But he will leave you dead, buried and forgotten without a second thought. If you're anything like the rest of us, he already tried the day you were born. Summarize your argument for me again. Let's hear your side. It's simple, brother. The endless battle is a test, and our side has been failing it for centuries. Our creator managed to annoy the first enough that she stormed off in a huff. He even did it in Aaron's body. You think that this big oaf of all people would understand what our side was thinking? She shakes her head, laughing. The fact of the matter is, our father created a sanctuary for us to protect us from the sorrow, but hiding isn't a strategy. Eventually we'll have to take the battle to it. The gleam in his eye is a banked fire, and when the time comes, our father wants an army who will follow his orders, and without question, he allowed the first to spread her doubts, and the traitors among us have flocked to her side. She tosses her under a scolding look. Even so, I'm sure it hurt our father to discover that so many of his children mistrusted him, she says, lowering her eyes. Imagine how they feel, knowing that you have to kill some of your children to save the rest. And that's it. She always with an elegant shrug, simple like. I said, I just simply can't accept that his grand rebellion is all part of our father's plan. Can't accept that we owe our existence and ongoing survival to him. Can't we just agree to disagree here? She shares at Andres. If you hate this sanctuary so much, why not leave? No arguments are ready to resolve this. We're making a decision what sort of solution would satisfy you both. Neither of them speak for a moment. Their faces are identical, sculptured surprise. I don't know. She glances at Ramna. Nothing you could say would make us take each other's side, and with apologies to Arders, I don't want to get along with Raman. I have hated her for too long, no offence. Her lip quirks. Honestly, it doesn't offend me. She looks over at you, and we need a decision. You can't please both of us. Our points of view aren't ever going to line up. Okay, let's do it then. Your arguments, where's the results for you? Mr. Raman goes still and static, showing no sign of the emotion they displayed before. In this moment, they look very much alike, like family. Okay. We have a lot of things to say. We'll do this decision, and then it should. It's going to take us a few minutes over the episode, but then we'll end and save it. You are endangering everyone with this petty argument. Both of you must leave Mara until this is settled. That's not one thing he wants. Aaron, she's right. You clearly hate it here. Leave before this argument turns to violence. That's not one thing he wants either. Raman, he's right. Sarah doesn't care about us. Sometime outside Maron, FS Mike Vint game. Don't want to go with that. I want you to stop this argument right now. Neither one of you is right. Okay, then what's right then? Do you really want to break the truce to kill each other over a point of view? Can't you put a stop to this? We are family after all. I need to hear more about your argument. I'll go with that one. Yes, Aaron, she says, turning politely to her companion. We are family, and some of us have betrayed a sacred bond. You must feel awful. Oh, don't. You're making the argument worse. Enough, you bark. I can't spill your blood in here, but I can damn well cut you down outside, Maris. Let's go. What? Glad she snaps, her cheeks flushed. Have you two forgotten sorrows out there? They pause, the rays drains from their faces in slow degrees. Good point, Ara says at last. Do you have any other suggestions then? Something other than reminding me that I'm related to this zealot? Oh. Do you enjoy everyone with this petty argument? Both of you must leave. No. Is it the same stuff? She's right clearly. Ramner, he's right over Sire. Sometime. Stop argument right now. Neither of you is right. Break the truce to kill each other. That one.
I'll remember that.
They stare at you in mute surprise. Finds her words first. Oh, that solves everything, she says, smirking. Thank you for your wisdom. She turns back to her, and I thought you were naive. Wow. Is that it? By the distasteful looks Rami and Aaron turn you away. You interrupt a promising tangent of their argument. We can solve this. Let's talk about your dispute again. Your argument is based on endless battle, isn't it? Is that why the battle is still going on? How long have you two known each other? Because neither of us are right. She snorts. I think we've talked about it enough. Did Aaron really think you could solve this? Let's try this again. Your argument is based on... You've helped enough. Wow. Your argument is based... I just want to stop arguing. Your argument is based on endless battle, isn't it? Is that why the battle's still going on? Yes, he huffs and casts a dark look at Rami. Wherever our father has the chance, he spends our lives like a loose handful of shins. We keep fighting to stop him. He grins mercilessly to tear him down.
I'll remember that.
You idiot, she says, but without real ransom. Our father never makes a move without knowing he's going to win. We're stronger than you, and we have the right on our side. You're going to lose this war, down to the last soldier. Then you see that I'm right. How long have you two known each other anyway? Too long. Agreed. Let's work this out again. Can I leave me a chance now? Nope. Okay. Well, they're arguing, but at least no one's swung, I guess. Very quickly. Have you helped Rami and Anders come to a conclusion? I asked them to stop the argument. I don't think they listen. Not yet. Answer some other questions. Small wonder. Given their relative age and known powers compared to yours, I doubt they'll have given your words much credit. Yet you offered them a choice, and that is important. To be free to choose is part of life. In Middle-earth, we must own our choices, just as we own our responsibility for the outcomes of those choices.
Making a note.
Thank you. Okay. Before I can allow you to alter the course of a brother's life, I would hear your opinion on something which touches the lives of all our kind. You have no doubt heard of the endless battle, but what do you know about it? Why do they fight, and who is right? That's what their argument is about. If person you have heard only a little about the conflict, you may wish to speak to your brethren before answering, and give you an opinion on this battle now. I'd like to ask you some questions first. I'd like to learn more. We'll sort that out next time, so let's save anyway, just going to save for a while. Oh, play free. Now I'll do it when you want it. I have a double 34. That's 5, I said 4. Hands, do as I say. Thank you. With that being said, I'm going to end the episode here. Please like, please subscribe, and tune in next time. And remember, share this video as well. And of course, subscribe, and share. I mean, I do it. Bye.